Hello guys, it's Jen here, the Diamond Painting Gamer. Very warm welcome to you all, and it is another kit up for Christmas video here, and we'll have a little chat as well. Today we're going to kit up this scroll kit from Craft Buddy. I am kitting up all my projects I want to get done for this Christmas. So that it actually encourages me to do them rather than having them sitting in boxes next to me, because that's what happened last year. I missed a couple of projects I wanted to do. Anyway, this I bought fairly recently. I will link this particular canvas down below, and yeah, it's gnomes. Oh, you know me, I don't do gnomes. I have this thing, I don't particularly like them. I don't know what possessed me to buy a gnome kit. Call it Christmas madness. Anyway, I will link the unboxing to this down below, so we don't have to go through all that again. But here it is. It is a true to size. Oh dear, let me just get this. It is a true to size 35 by 45 centimetre canvas. So from Craft Buddy. I think a lot of this is going to be single placed because you can see here it's not in the straight lines. It's a little bit more of sort of fluid, if you like, organic, more like a special shape. However, there are some places where I will be able to get my multi-placer out, so in the wood background here and some of the presents, but a large chunk of this is going to be single place. This is going to take a little bit of time, I think, but it'll be really fun to do. It's called a scroll kit because it is already sort of got these sort of wooden frame, hanging frame, if you like, on both ends with it's like a fake leather or fake suede cord, and the key is on the back there, so it's all ready for hanging basically, which is really good. So I'm going to roll this back up again. I am going to, what way will I roll it? Shall I roll it? Can't even remember what way it was rolled. Roll it this way. I will roll it back up. I will put it in its bag. Oops, bang. And I will put it back in its box. And that is that. Okay, and what I'll do is I will pause the video, I will label all my pots, and then we'll get to kitting up, and we're going to have a little chit chat as well. Okay, so that's me back. I have labelled up all my pots. I've done one pot per bag. I think that should work, but I do have extra just in case I need it. I am kitting up in my rather large 240 art dot case. All my Christmas projects are going in there. This is going on a layer on its own, so I should be fine. However, if I had been a tad more organised, I would have done what a few of you have suggested on my previous kitting up videos, kitting up for Christmas videos, and put a different coloured washi on the top of the pots. And then put the label on top. That way I can easily distinguish between the projects. So I thought that was a really good idea. So, which I haven't done this time either, but I will certainly do it in the future. I think that's a really good idea when it comes to kitting up multiple stuff in one case of pots. It's definitely a very good idea. So what has been happening in my world since my last kit up for Christmas? So I think the last time I was doing one, my daughter was coming up. She's been and gone, so it was nice to see her. She's away back down south again, back down to Devon, to her boyfriend's family. But I think that's going to be coinciding with Storm Ciarán, is it? Anyway, yeah, there's a massive storm forecast for just after she left, that hit all the kind of south coast Channel Islands. So I haven't heard anything from her. I'm always a big believer of no news is good news, so hopefully they've been okay with that. I think was it last year, I think they had a massive storm down that way and it blew the roof off of her boyfriend's parents' garage. So hopefully they've not had the same thing happen. So yeah, that is that. So she has been and gone and is back down south. The other real news that I've got that's happened since the last time is it's quite sad actually, and it's about my cat Pepper. So you're all if you watch my videos regularly, you'll know Kenny. He's my Bengal. He makes an appearance quite a lot. He's always very vocal. You can always hear him meowing. But you may or may not know, I do have another cat. Her name is Pepper. She's a calico. I will put a picture up here now of her. This is the most recent picture I took of her a couple of days ago. She's sitting in my husband's sports bag. She likes, she's a typical cat. They're not happier than when they're actually sitting in things or on things or under things, are they? So yeah, we got her as a kitten from the Cat Protection League. She was, well, she wasn't actually taken in by the Cat Protection League. It was her mother. Her mother was pregnant, and the Cat Protection League took her in, and then when the kittens were born, they put the kittens up for adoption as soon as they were old enough to leave the mum. So yes, we've basically had her since a little kitten. She's our little rescue baby. She also has multiple health issues. She has a heart condition, which I will come on to shortly. It's not a serious heart condition. It's a heart murmur, but it's she's still not right with her heart. She has dental issues. She's already had 2 or 3 extractions. She also has allergies. She suffers with bouts of alopecia because of over grooming because of her allergies. Although at the moment she's fine. She's fuzzy all over. So when she doesn't have her allergies and she's fuzzy all over, she is really prone to hairballs. But her allergies are just like, she's been tested for them. She's allergic to house dust mites, a couple of different kinds of pollen. She's allergic to sort of like leaf fungus that you find in leaf mulch. So basically inside, outside and rummaging and around the undergrowth are all no-goes. It can set off her skin allergies. So that's not much fun. She was on steroids for them, but the steroids made her ill. Really ill actually. She had to be hospitalized for several days because she kept being sick and not eating, and because of the medication that she was on for her allergies. they developed a vaccine for her. This sounds, you know, like, this sounds so bad. They developed a vaccine for her to help with her allergies because she couldn't work with the regular medication, but the vaccine didn't really help. So we kind of stopped. We just kind of make her comfy. We make sure that she's regularly has her flea treatments because that can flare up her allergies as well. We groom her as well to help keep the hair down and to prevent her over grooming as well. And I think, you know, when we groom her too, it really you know, I probably put some relief on her skin too, so because she's getting that flow. I don't know how it works, but she seems to be better. Her allergies seem to cope better off of medication than on medication, if you get my meaning. So anyway, yeah, and that's Pepper. Pepper and our Pepper and her health conditions or health issues. Anyway, about a couple of months ago, maybe longer, maybe about 3 months ago, we noticed that her purr had started to change. She was all very purry cat. But her purr had started to change. It got a lot more raspy and it had got kind of whistly as well. And we were like, wonder what she's done there. Because she's so prone to hairballs, she quite often, you know, even with all the best will in the world, with all the kind of grooming that we do with her, you know, she still gets them a lot. We thought she's maybe either got some kind of infection in her throat, or it's a hairball that she's coughed up and has caused some kind of irritation, or, you know, we thought something along those kind of lines. So didn't think anything of it. So that went on for maybe a couple of weeks. And then we noticed her meow had disappeared. She didn't meow a lot, but she would. And her meow went. And it's like, okay, so now she's got an odd purr. And her meow's gone. Again, we were thinking, you know, maybe infection, you know, maybe polyps even, hairball again, you know, popped into her head, because apart from the change in purr and the meow, she was nothing wrong with her, absolutely fine, eating, drinking, playing, annoying Kenny. So funny, Kenny tries to annoy her, he'll come up and want to play. She has none of it. She hisses him and swipes him across the face with her paw, and he kind of walks away with his hurt pride. She's the only one that can put Kenny in his place. And she does put Kenny in his place, let me tell you that. So she was fine and, you know, hunky-dory. And then probably... it'll be a couple of weeks ago now, because this all kind of happened about 2 weeks ago, this bit that I'm coming to. I noticed she started to gag a little bit. It's like she was trying to get a hairball out and it wasn't happening. I also noticed that her breathing was getting quite heavy, not laboured but heavy. And I was like, right, okay, no, there's something definitely wrong here now, because this isn't right. This definitely isn't right. So took her to the vets. The vet was like our local vet, and she was like, well, you know, I can't feel anything, because I had felt myself to see if there was something there. Because I had a cat previously that had hypothyroidism, and he had a massive goiter like in his neck. It was really quite swollen at one point. So I thought, well, let's feel and see if there's anything going on in her neck. Couldn't feel anything. So I'm like, okay. So I took her to the vets. The vet had a look, checked her over, did think that her breathing was quite heavy. you know, she had lost a little bit of weight since her last visit, but not enough to make the vet overly worried. But she said, well, let's book her in for an exploratory. So our local vets is part of a group that have got their own small animal hospital. They can do basic bits and pieces, but they can also like do things like endoscopies and x-rays and stuff like that over top of the basic surgery. So it's kind of like a basic vet surgery plus. So yeah, they took her in, they did an exploratory on her and she had an endoscopy, and that was basically as far as they went, because I had to sign disclaimers and all that for her, because she had to go under, and because of their pre-existing conditions, and also with her age as well. So she's 13, which isn't massively old for a cat, but you know, at that stage we're a bit stopped working. And I was asked if I wanted to do a DNR on her, and I'm like, oh my gosh, do I really want to be thinking about this at 8:30 in the morning when I'm taking her into the vets just to see what's up? Anyway, we got through all that side of the paperwork. So they did an exploratory on her. They went as far as an endoscopy before phoning me. She has got a massive lump, a huge mass on her larynx, hence the reason her purr has changed significantly, and her meow's gone. Absolutely massive mass on her larynx. It is partially over her windpipe as well. The mass itself isn't on her windpipe, it's on her larynx, on her voice box, but of course it's so big that it is partially kind of obstructing her windpipe, hence the heavy breathing. The vet tried to, because I'd said if you find anything there, you know, you take a biopsy, you know, have a little look and see what's going on, and then we can discuss what the options are afterwards. Anyway, the vet wouldn't even take a biopsy. They said it was just so large and so invasive, and there was a lot of blood vessels around it. There's quite a lot of cartilage involved as well, that they were frightened to. They didn't want to run the risk of it causing a bleed that they might not be able to stop. They said, do we want to carry on with more investigations, you know, the x-rays and the blood work? And I said no. Given from what the vet said, actually my daughter was here at the time. My daughter went and picked the Pepper up, and the vet drew a picture, and she brought home the picture, and it's big. Given her age, given her heart issues, for me, further work and surgery is basically not an option. I don't think she would, well, the bottom line is I don't think she would survive it. I don't want to put her through that. The thing is, at the moment she's doing okay. She is fine. Her breathing is a little bit heavy, but she's still eating, drinking, playing, jumping up on things, into things, as you can see from that picture that I put up earlier. Let me put it up again because she's a little sweetheart. She is fine. Her personality and all that, and her joie de vivre, if you want to say, hasn't changed. One thing I have noticed is Kenny is a little bit different with her. I think he can sense it. You know, they always say that animals can sense these things. It doesn't pester her as much as he used to. But when he does, she still puts him in his place. So yeah. So for the moment, we're just going to keep her comfortable. But as soon as we see any deterioration, as soon as she becomes, or if she becomes there's not an if. It's not so much as an if now. It's a when. It's when her breathing becomes so laboured and so heavy that she's struggling. Then I think that's the time that we'll take her to say cheerio. But in the meantime, she's doing okay. She's fine. Yeah, she's fine. But hopefully, you know, she'll be good for a wee while yet, and we won't need to make that final decision for a couple of months. But yeah, I'm going to pop her down to the vets again. Maybe give her a top up of some steroids. She got a steroid injection when she was in, and I have noticed she's been a bit better since she's had that. So the vet said that we can bring her in for some top up injections. But you know, the lump's not going to go away. It's not going to get any smaller. If anything, it's going to get bigger. So yeah, it's just a matter of finding that spot where, you know, her zest for life, her joie de vivre, if you want to put it that way, has gone. And it's not a nice thing to think about, but it is the best thing to do. So anyway, that is my news. That is my pretty sad news. But we still have her for a little while longer, and yeah, she's getting pampered like nobody's business. She really is. Anyway, that is this all kitted up. You've missed all the colours because I was chatting away there. Just as a last note, we do have 4 crystals in this kit. I think I showed them at the unboxing as well. But we have got a few clears. We have got an amber gold, and we have got a light green, and we have got a dark green. So that's going to give it that little bit of extra Christmas sparkle. Okay, that is it from me. I hope things are okay with you, and things are okay with me. I'm good. I'm fine. I've come to terms with it all. I'm at peace. Anyway, that is it from me for today. There will be one other Kit Up for Christmas video coming. I'm not entirely sure when, but it will be coming. It's my big 40 by 50 light up canvas. So that one is still to be kitted up, and I do want to do it this year. Anyway, that is it. Here it is. Gnomes, which I don't do. I don't do gnomes, but I have gnomes. Thank you very, very much for watching. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for letting me share the news about Pepper, and I shall see you all in the next video, guys. Okay? Cheerio.